Hello and welcome to the another tutorial of this Blockzie module. Here we make your coding journey easy and fun. Till the last video, we have seen the basics of Blockzie, how to install and the most amazing feature of this Blockzie application. So the most amazing feature of this Blockzie is that it has the option to program your programmable devices, for example microcontrollers. So different kinds of microcontrollers are programmable and you can program them, and you can run the device as you want. So in here you can also use block coding using Blockzie and program your microcontroller and run the devices as per your choice. So till the last session or last tutorial we have seen the basics of Arduino and how one can add the Arduino Uno board and the different kinds of microcontrollers in Blockzie. Now it's time for us to start the activities with Arduino. So once you have the microcontroller, for example here we have Arduino Uno. So once you have Arduino Uno and you want to try different activities, so you can do that using this Blockzie application. So in this tutorial we are going to learn about the different activities with Arduino in Blockzie software. So the table of contents for this tutorial is divided in four parts. In the first part, we are going to see one activity, which is going to be our first activity of this session, and that is the LED blinking using Arduino Uno. In the second part, we are going to introduce you with the activity 2, which is the multiple LED blinking using Arduino Uno. In the third part, we are going to see the third activity, which is push button with LED. So you are going to on and off the LED using push button. And in the fourth and the last segment of this tutorial, we are going to see our fourth and last activity, which is 7 segment display with Arduino Uno. So in the last session, we are going to attach the 7 segment display with Arduino Uno. So let us start our first part with our very first activity of LED blinking using Arduino Uno. So here we are going to use a Arduino Uno to turn on and off LED. Also we are going to make LED blinking. So first the LED. So LEDs are small powerful lights that are used in many different applications. So for example we have seen that kind of LED lights in decorative series light. So that are LEDs. Blinking an LED is the most basic project when you are dealing with Arduino and that kind of microcontrollers. So this is the very basic project which we are going to build today in Blockzie. So you basically make some easy connections, write the code and upload it in the Arduino. First you need to connect the hardware part, means you need to first connect your LED with your Arduino Uno. After doing the simple connections, you have to write the code because you want to make that this blinking process automatic. That's why we are using Arduino Uno, which is a microcontroller which is going to control the on and off timing of the LED. And that particular command we are going to give by Blockzie or using block coding. So here we are using block coding to give instruction or to give command, and depending on that command that LED will blink. So in the blinking process, for some period of time, your LED will be in on mode, and after some point of time, it will be turned off. And this phenomena of turning on for some time and turning off for some time on repeat is known as blinking. So in addition to just blink the LED, you can control its blinking rate. Means for how many seconds you want the LED in on mode and for how many seconds you want to turn off that LED. So in the coding part, you can control that blinking rate. So the duration for which it's glowing and the duration for which it's going to turn off. So this is the very basic and simple. You can make so many advancement in that, but first we are going to see the basic and the very simple steps when you are connecting LED to your microcontroller, which is here is Arduino Uno. So the hardware required for this activity are Arduino Uno, one USB A to B type cable, computer or laptop, few jumper wires, one small breadboard, one LED and a single resistors. The software which we are going to use is none other than Blockzie. So this is the circuit diagram. Here is the Arduino Uno, which is our microcontroller. Here are digital pins and these are analog pins. Here is your LED, which we are going to turn on and off, means blinking process. And with LED we have connected one resistor. Now this resistor is used to limit the current flowing through this LED. So the main function of the resistor here is nothing but to limit the control the current flowing through the LED. So we have here connected the cathode terminal of this red LED with the ground. So here ground pin of Arduino Uno is connected to the cathode terminal of the LED, and the anode terminal as usual is connected to one digital pin. So now here we have used the digital pin 13 of Arduino Uno, and the connection is done through the resistor in between. So the one terminal of resistor is connected to the anode terminal of this red LED, and the another terminal of the same resistor is connected to the digital pin number 13 of Arduino Uno. So here is the very simple connection. So this is the connection for red LED to Arduino Uno. So this is the connection of this particular activity. Now let us go forward and see the code. Here we want this LED to turn on and turn off for some period of time, and this process is going to be on forever. So for on for some time, after that on off for some time. So on off on loop is going to give you a blinking phenomena. So for that we are going to use block code in Blockzie. So open Blockzie, and after that click on this Arduino no connected devices, and there you will find different microcontrollers. From that choose one, which is Arduino Uno. Now here we want the LED to turn on and turn off. Hence our LED connected on the pin number 13. Here pin number 13 is your output device, because we are going to control its output only. Hence here we can see that we have used LED as output. But as soon as you click on Arduino Uno, you will see that here you will have a name written as Arduino Uno, and the blocks related to Arduino Uno are going to be added under the 9 categories of blocks in block programming palette of Blockzie interface. Here the pins has different blocks related to Arduino Uno pins. Now click on this pins and you will have blocks something like this. First, we are going to use the block, and that block is event block, and we want that as many time as we click on space key, we want the LED to turn on and off, means to start that blinking process. Hence we have used one event block, which is the when space key pressed. So this is our triggering block. After triggering block, we need to assign one specific command, that how that LED is going to do its work, means which type of device is LED. So here we have used a set pin block from pins section, and here we have connected LED on digital pin number 13 of Arduino Uno. Hence use this drop down menu, click on that and select pin number 13. So we have connected a LED on pin number 13, and LED is output. Hence we have selected pin number 13. So thus it will set the pin number 13 as output mode. Right click on that block and you will have one comment box and write LED. So this is nothing but a comment using which we are indicating that the LED is connected on pin number 13, and that is output device. Now that blinking process, so for that we would require some few blocks. Now that blocks are this. First block we need is the set digital pin and that output should be in which mode. So collect this block from pins category, set digital pin out. Take another block, and in the first block we need that pin number 13. Same, we are going to turn on and turn off led, hence use the pin number 13 because digital pin number 13 is led, and for some time the output of this led will be high. So select high. After that we need some delay because we want this high or the turn on process to be there for some time. So to note that turn on mode, we are adding this wait or delay block in between these two blocks. If you do not add or if you forgot to add this, you won't be able to see that blinking process because without delay, the turning on process means high would not be visible. So for 1 second, we want the LED to turn on or to stay in high mode. So we have added here wait one block. After that is after 1 second your LED will be in turned off or low mode. So to add that we need to click on drop down menu and select low from two options. There will be only two options, one high and low. Select low, and after that add another wait block because this low mode or the low state of LED should remain for 1 second in order to see that turn off mode. So we added the wait block from control category to here. Now this process should be go on and on and on. Hence, we have added these four blocks under forever loop. So this is the loop process and this is the only process which we want for one time only. So we have assigned this one time value and here we want this on repeat, hence we have added this four blocks under forever block. So this is how you can make code whenever you have added one LED to your Arduino Uno board. And after completing the code, when you will click on space button, you will see that your LED will start blinking. So this was our first activity. Now let us move on to activity 2, which is multiple LED blinking using Arduino Uno. Now in this LED we are going to add multiple LEDs, means more than one LEDs, same microcontroller which is Arduino Uno. So multiple LED blinking using Arduino has the only difference that we have more than one LED here. In the previous activity we had one LED, but now in this second activity we have four different LEDs. So in this activity we are going to blink multiple LEDs and generate some pattern using these LEDs, using the different codes and giving them different time delays. As you can see here, the Arduino Uno board has connected with breadboard, and onto this breadboard there is LED different kinds and in different color. Now the hardware required for this particular activity are Arduino Uno board, one USB A to B type cable, computer or laptop, few jumper wires, one small breadboard, four LEDs and four resistors. The software which we are going to require is Blockzie, and this is the circuit diagram. So this is the circuit diagram to connect four LEDs with Arduino Uno board. Here, as we have connected single LED, similar to that we are adding three another LEDs. So place LEDs onto breadboard something like this and connect each resistor one terminal with the anode of each LED. So here we have connected one single resistor here to the anode of this yellow LED. Similarly, connect one resistor to the anode terminal of blue LED, one resistor to the anode terminal of green LED, and the fourth and last resistor to the last and remaining red LED's anode. Now all the cathode terminals of LEDs are going to be connected to the ground. Hence we have added here ground point. So the negative rail of breadboard is connected to the ground terminal of Arduino Uno board. So here is your ground connection. So connect all the cathode terminals on the negative rail of breadboard. After that is the remaining terminal of resistor. Now it's time to connect the LEDs on digital pin of Arduino Uno. So the yellow LEDs resistor is connected to the pin number 12. The blue LED's resistor's remaining terminal is connected to the digital pin number 11 on Arduino Uno. Similarly, the green LED's resistor's remaining terminal is connected to the pin number 10, and the red LED's resistor's remaining terminal is connected to the pin number 9 on Arduino Uno board. Now this is this connection or the connecting steps of 4 LEDs with Arduino Uno. Here the LEDs now are connected to the Arduino Uno board. Now it's time for us to give the instructions to LEDs that for how many times they need to turn on and turn off in order to generate some pattern. So we are going to generate few patterns using the code blocks and manipulating that code blocks and their delay time. The generation of different kinds of pattern will be done. So let's move forward and see the code for this circuit. Here we have used the upload mode. Hence first we need to open Blockzie software, and after that click onto that no components, and after that add the Arduino Uno board. Now the node device connected will be changed to Arduino Uno, and in the rightmost top corner change the real time mode, switch that mode to upload mode. Now you will see in the control category that you will have different kinds of blocks. Also you will have the added and new blocks for Arduino Uno board. Now in the event section you will have one block named as when Arduino begin. Take that block and start coding. So first, the very first block for this coding is when Arduino begin. So whenever your Arduino begins or all the connection gets done, what you need to see the pattern of LEDs. So here we have added 4 different LEDs, hence we are going to require 4 blocks for setting pin mode as output, because here also all the LEDs are going to be output device. Hence take 4 blocks of set pin mode. After that connect all of them as seen in this image, and from drop down menu select the pin numbers. Here we have added the LEDs, or we have connected the LED, 4 LEDs on pin number 9, 10, 11 and 12. Similarly use that pin number. So pin number 9 mode output, pin number 10 similar mode output, pin number 11 mode output, and pin number 12 mode output also. Here we have added comment as this is LED 1, this is LED 2, this is LED 3 and this is LED 4. This is added just because to clarify that the device connected onto pin number 9, 10, 11, 12 are different kinds of LED only. In order to generate a pattern, we need to turn them on and turn them off. So in this particular Arduino, we have used the digital pins, and we are going to use the set digital pin out blocks. From time to time, we need to change the mode or the state of high and low. So for some time we will use high mode, and for another we will use low. For that, first we need to add 4 blocks, similar blocks side digital pin, the 9, 10, 11 and 12. First time all the four LEDs are going to be turned on at same point of time. So use this for blocks and change the high as the output mode. So first they will be turned on for 0.5 second, or you can say for half second. In the next round we want only the first LED in high mode. Hence we will add same four blocks, but now this time we want only the LED connected on the pin number 9 on, and all the other three LEDs in off state. Hence we have added these blocks and changed their state from high to low. So the 10th, 11th and 12th LED are in low state, whereas only the LED on pin number 9 is on. All the other are in off state. Adding the delay to see this pattern, similar delay of half second or 0.5 seconds. In the next round we want the LED, second number LED, or the LED after the first LED to turn on. So it's time for the second LED to turn on, and at this time all the other three LEDs should turn off. So adding this into code, pin number 9's LED low means it will be turned off. Only the LED which is going to be on is the LED on pin number 10. All the other are off, so change the state from high to low. Similar 0.5 second wait block. After that it's time for the third number's LED to stay in high mode, so change the state high and all the other LEDs as low. So pin number 9, 10 and 12 in low state, and only the pin number 11 on high for 0.5 seconds. After that we need another code blocks to stay or to turn on the fourth LED and to make all the other three in low state. For that, we have added similar four blocks and the pin number 9, 10, and 11 as low mode, and the pin number 12 only in high mode. Hence, the LED connected to this pin will be turned on only for 5 seconds, 0.5 seconds. For another 0.5 second we need two LEDs. Now we have done with single LEDs turn on state. Now we want at the same time two LEDs should turn on. So for 0.5 seconds now the two LEDs in between, or these two LEDs should turn on. For that we have added the four same blocks, and the digital pin 10 and 11 are high and two others are low. Hence, the pin number 9 and pin number 12 in low state and 10 and 11 in high state. Follow this pattern to generate the different patterns. The next pattern is first and last in high state, and both of the middle LEDs are in off state. The next pattern is the alternate one, means the first is high, another low, second is high, and fourth is low. So first and third in high mode and second and fourth in off state. After that the next pattern is now first and third in low state, means they are in turned off position, and second and fourth LED is turned on, hence they are made as high state. After that, all these patterns of changing high and low, it's time for all the LEDs to turn off. So this is the last block in which we have made all the four LEDs to turn off using the low state of all the pins. So pin number 9 in low state, pin number 10 in low state, pin number 11 in low state, also pin number 12 in low state. Hence in the last part all the four LEDs are going to be in off state, and these whole blocks are connected in the forever block. So as soon as you connect and complete the connections of Arduino and LED, you will see that for some time there will be some patterns, and in the last all the LEDs will turned off, and this phenomena will stay on forever until you have connected and the power supply is going through the LEDs. So this is the pattern which is going to be there on LED using this code blocks in Blockzie. Now moving on to our third category, which is to add the push button to control the LED. In the previous sessions or in the previous activities, the activity 1 and activity 2, we didn't have any device to control that phenomena of turning on and off. We have just used code blocks and added some delay in order to make the LED blinking. But now this time we want that as we push the button or as we press the push button, our LED should start or LED should turn on, and as soon as we remove the push button state or we remove the hand from push button, your LED should stay or should be in off mode. So this is the third activity in which we are going to connect the push button with LED. So this is the activity 3, which is the push button with LED. So the push button is a momentary switch that allows electrical connectivity when pressed and disconnects when released. So whenever you press this button or press this particular angle, your connection will be there. Hence, the current will flow without any interruption and the device connected to the push button will be turned on. As soon as you unpress it, the connection through this device will be interrupted and the current through this device will not be able to pass. Hence, the connected device will turn off. So this is the phenomena in which the push button works. So when connected to an Arduino, it serves as an input device. Means it is giving command that when you are giving it a state, and after that this particular will behave. Hence when you are connecting the push button, it is going to be perform or it is going to act as an input device. It will detect the state of being pressed or released. When it is pressed, the connected device will turn on. When it is released, the connected device will turn off. In this Arduino project, a push button switch and an LED are connected to the Arduino board. When you press the button, it toggles the LED on, and when you release the button, it will turn off the LED connected to it. So the hardware required for this activity are Arduino Uno board, one USB A to B type cable, computer or laptop, few jumper wires, one small breadboard, one single LED, one push button, and two resistors. The software required for this activity is Blockzie. Let us see the circuit diagram to connect the LED and push button with Arduino Uno board. So place the push button as seen in the image on breadboard. Here we have placed the push button. Now it's time to connect the push button with Arduino Uno board. So first use the vertical connection or use the vertical nodes of this push button in order to operate it. So here on this button, on this push button, we have used this pin to connect the resistor, and the resistor's remaining terminal is connected to the ground, and give supply to this push button using this terminal. So we have used these vertical terminals. Onto one terminal we have connected the push button to ground, and using another terminal we have given it supply. So using this terminal, connect this terminal to the 5 volts of Arduino Uno board. Now the next is to connect it on the digital pin in order to take input from this, because using that input modes we need to operate our LEDs accordingly. Here we have connected only one LED in order to control it using push button. Hence use this terminal and connect this terminal to the second digital pin of Arduino Uno. So the digital pin number 2 of Arduino Uno is connected to the push buttons one terminal. Now it's a time to connect the LED with Arduino Uno board. So place the LED such as the ground of this particular LED, or you can say the cathode terminal of LED is connected to the resistor, and the resistor's remaining terminal is connected to the ground. Now connect the anode terminal of the similar LED to the pin number 13 of Arduino Uno board. Hence onto the digital pin number 13 we have connected the LED, and onto the digital pin number 2 we have connected push button. Here the circuit connection for this activity is done. Now it's time for us to do the coding part in order to operate the LED using push button. So the code for this is something like this. First open the Blockzie and click onto no device connected and choose the Arduino Uno option. Here we are doing the code in upload mode. Hence from event section take a block named when Arduino begin. So when Arduino begins you need that pin number 2 as input device and pin number 13 as output device, because whenever you are pressing the push button you are giving it signal that yes, the push button is pressed. Now it's time for LED to turn on. This is how the push button or switches works, that when you press that particular switch or button the device connected to that particular push button or switch should turn on. So this is the input device, and in response to this release or press the device works, means the device turns on or turns off. Hence this is the output device. So onto the pin number 2 the push button is connected and that push button is input. So from the pins category take two blocks named set pin mode. So in the first block we have added that for push button. So from the drop down menu select pin number 2 and the mode as input. This is push button. And now on to pin number 30 we have LED. So select the pin number 13 from this drop down menu and change the mode to output mode. So LED as output, push button as input. Now we want the LED to behave as per the release and press phenomena of push button. So when we press push button, LED should turn on, and that pressing phenomena is going to be there by adding some codes. So first the Arduino Uno board will read that digital pin, because onto the digital pin number 2 we have connected the push button. So the Arduino Uno board will read the pin. If the pin is high, means pin is pressed, is equals to 1 here denotes the push buttons pressed action or mode. So it will read the digital pin. So here we have added first one operator block, and into this operator block we have added one Arduino Uno related block which is read digital pin 2. So first it will read digital pin 2. If and only if the digital pin is high, that pin 2 is high means push button is pressed, then and only then the LED should turn on. So here is condition, and to use this condition into code we need if and else block. So here we have added if then else block from control section. So from control section choose if then else block and add this block into this area. Now when push button is pressed we want LED to turn on. So we will use the similar block which we previously used to turn on the LED, which is set digital pin and out. So here we need to clarify that on which pin we have LED. So we have connected LED on pin number 13, and for that time we need LED as high or in on state when push button is pressed. But when push button is not pressed, what mode should be LED? So whenever the push button is not pressed means else condition. If this condition is not true, then it will go for this. So if condition is not satisfied means push button is not pressed, at that time your LED should be in off mode or in low state. Low means off. So here set digital pins output as low. So whenever the push button is pressed, your LED will turn on or the output will be high, and in other cases or in other time your LED's output would be low or in off state. So this was the result of your push buttons connection with LED and Arduino Uno. After this completion of code, whenever you will press the button or the push button, your LED will turn on, and after releasing it, LED will turn off. So this was all about the push button with LED and Arduino Uno. Now it's time for the fourth and the last activity of this chapter, which is the 7 segment displays connection. Right? So here we are going to use 7 segment display with Arduino Uno board. So first of all, let us see what is 7 segment display, because the main and the important component of this category or is activity is 7 segment display. So as the name suggests, it has different 7 segments, and this is a kind of display, means something which is going to be displayed onto this. So this display has different 7 segments, and switching on different segments you can see the different kinds of digits and some characters onto this module. So the module looks something like this. It has different 7 segments, and these 7 segments are this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So these are different 7 segments. Now these 7 segments are named and has different denotation. Now this 7 segment comes in two different categories, and these are the number section. So this is kind of it's a new it's pin diagram, or you can say it's pin denominations. This is the section which is known as A, this is B section, this is C section, this is the D, this E, F, and then G. Now, as you can see here, the A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. These are different points using which you can turn on different segments and see different digits. If we turn on or we give the high output to this B and this C section, then you can see one on the 7 segment display or on this module. In order to see two number or two digit on this module, you need a particular segments to turn on. So a 7 segment display is a simple electronic component used to display numeric digits and some basic characters. It consists of 7 individually controllable LED segments arranged in a pattern. So this is a pattern they are arranged in. This type of display consists of 7 individual LED segments arranged in a specific pattern to represent numbers, means 0 to 9, or sometimes other characters. So this is the pin denomination of it, and this is the 7 segment display. So in order to perform this activity, we require this few components. So the hardware required are Arduino Uno board, few jumper wires, one 7 segmented display module, and resistor. And the software required for this activity is Blockzie. This is the circuit diagram of the connection of Arduino Uno with 7 segment display. Now place the 7 segment display on breadboard, something like this. After placing it, we need to arrange this common terminal and connect this rail of breadboard. So first we are going to do the code, we are going to do the connection for this positive and negative connection. So first, connect the negative rail of breadboard to the ground pin of Arduino Uno and positive rail of breadboard to the 5-volt pin on Arduino Uno board. So we have connected the Arduino Uno to breadboard. Now this is the negative rail, means ground, and this is the positive connection. From here, extend the positive terminal to here, and similarly the negative terminal is extended to here also. So similarly here is ground connection and here is positive connection. Now it's time to connect the different pins of 7 segments to the Arduino Uno board in order to control its turning on and turning off process. So we need to connect the pins. Now here the pin, this is pin A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F and G. So now connect this pin to the pin number 3, this A pin to pin number 2, this is your B pin. So connect the B pin to 3. After that is C pin to the fourth pin of Arduino Uno. Now we are using the digital pin, and pin number here D onto pin number digital pin 5, pin number E of 7 segment to the digital pin of 6. After that is pin which is F. This F pin is connected to the digital pin number 7, and last is G, which is connected to the digital pin number 8 of Arduino Uno board. This is the dot point pin. So connect the dot point pin to the pin number 9. Hence we have used pin number 2 to pin number 9 of Arduino Uno board. Now connect this common terminal to the cathode, or you can say to the negative rail of breadboard. Hence the connection for the 7 segment to the Arduino is completed. Here the 7 segment is cathode type, hence the common terminal of this particular 7 segment is connected to the negative rail of breadboard, and through this breadboard it is directly connected to the ground pin of Arduino Uno board. So the timing for coding our 7 segment display. Now here we are using the real time mode, hence we have used the when space key pressed event block. So first is our event block, and after that is different pins of 7 segment. Now here 7 segment is going to give us output which is different kinds of numeric values onto it. So this is our output device, hence use these pins. So for that, go to Blockzie and click onto no device connected and choose Arduino Uno board. After that, it will have the blocks related to Arduino, and from that extended category, choose the set pin mode blocks and add the blocks here. And here from 2 to 9, these are the output pins, or these are the output devices. So this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, E, F, G and H. These are different sections on 7 segment display. After that is we need to print different digits. In first time we need 1 onto this 7 segment display. After some point of time we want to display 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So these are the different patterns which we can generate using 7 segment display. So for this particular arrangement or this particular displaying on module, we require a specific block, and now we are going to use my blocks. So in order to make a specific block, we will go to my block category, and from that category we are going to make a particular block for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And under this particular block, we will add how to display 0. Means in order to see 0 on the screen, which particular sections or which particular pins should turn on and should turn off. In order to see 0, we need outer all the sections in on mode or all the pins connected to these sections in high mode. The only pin that will be in the 0 mode, that will be this particular section. So only this turning off this particular section, you will be able to see the 0 digit on screen. So in order to make 0, we need only the digital pin 8 as low, others are high in order to display 0. For 1, we require only these two segments on, all the other segments should stay in the off mode. Hence, the only two sections which are the pin number 3 and pin number 4. This 4 should be, this 2 should be in high mode. As you can see here that for 1 we need this both sections as on. So we have added this into our block coding, that the pin number 3 and pin number 4 as high and all the other as low. Now here you can see that the digital pin number 9, which is for this dot. So this dot should be on all the time, hence the pin number 9 is always in high mode because the pin number 9 is for this dot point. So this is the only pin which is high. All the other expect 3 and 4 pin low. To generate pattern of digit 2, we require 1 and this 2, only this 2 in low mode. In order to display 2, we need only this and this section of, all the other on. Hence only the pin number 4 and the pin number 7 in low state, all the other remaining digital pins in high mode. After that is to print 3. In order to print 3 on this 7 segment, we require these two sections in the off mode or in off state. Hence we have added these blocks and we have made pin number 6, 7 in low state and all the other in high state. To see 4 on display, we want these three sections in off state. Hence, this is pins related to this section in off mode, which are pin number 2, pin number 5 and pin number 6 in low state and all the other in high state to see the digit 4. After that is digit 5. Now for digit 5, we want this and this diagonal two sections in off state and all the other in high state. Hence the pin number 3 is in low state and also the pin number 6 in low state. The remaining pins should be in high state in order to see the 5 on display. To print 6, we need only one block or one section in off mode. As you can see here, to C6 we require only this section which is A, and A is connected to pin number 2. Hence the only pin number 3 is in low mode. After is 7. In order to see 7 on the display, we should turn off the pin number 5, 6, 7 and 8 in low mode. all the others in high state. To display 8, we want all the LEDs or all the segments in high state, because the 8 is made of each and every section of this 7 segment. So all the sections should be turned on or should be in state high in order to display digit 8 onto this screen of 7 segment. So all the pins from 2 to 9 in high state to see digit 8. And to display digit 9, we require only one LED or one segment in off state, and that is this section, and this section is in low mode. Hence the only pin which is going to be in low state is pin number 6. All the other pins in high mode in order to see the digit 9 on 7 segment. Now it's time to see the coding step by step in Blockzie software. So we are first performing the activity 1, which is a single LED connection with Arduino Uno. For that we need to first add that microcontroller. So to add that microcontroller, we need to click on node device selected and select the microcontroller we have. We have used Arduino Uno, hence click on to Arduino Uno, and in whatever port you have connected your Arduino Uno board will be displayed here, and then you will click and you will see that your Arduino Uno board is now connected, and the port which you have dedicatedly connected onto your Arduino Uno board will be displayed here. We are going to do the coding in real time mode, hence no need to switch it over. So let us start coding in real time mode. So first we require one event block in order to start or trigger the coding. So to trigger the code, we are going to use one block named when space key pressed. So this is your triggering block. After that is, as soon as you connect your Arduino Uno board, you will see one extended or one added category under this 9 categories or pre-existed 9 categories of block programming palette. And after this, one 10th category is added, which is pins, which is related to the Arduino related blocks. Now we have Arduino related blocks, so now let us start the code blocks to drag and drop here. First we require to mention that onto which pin we have connected a device, and that device is which type of device. So for that we are using one block which is set pin to a mode, specific mode. So here we have added or we have connected our LED onto the pin number 13. So set pin which is 13 number, so we will select pin number 13. So here pin number 13 is LED. So LED is your output device, hence the mode of this device will be output. So click onto this drop down menu and see and switch it over to output. Hence this is your LED. Now to indicate it more clearly, we will use one comment block, and to add the comment block, right click on something like this, right click on this block, and you will have 3 options. From that, click on add comment and write the device name. The device here is LED, and add LED because this is your LED. The next thing here is to add blocks now to turn on and off. So here the process is blinking process. So blinking means on for some time, off for some time, and that process on and off in repeat or on repeat over and over again. To make it continuous, we need one block which is going to repeat that phenomena on loop over and over again. So we don't need that for some period of time, we just want it to be there on forever. Hence we are using one forever loop block under the control session category. Now into forever, which different blocks we need to add is, we need the process high and low. means turning on and turning off process in loop. Hence, under this loop, we will add that turn on and turn off block. For that, go again to the pins section, and here we have a block related to turning on and turning off. Here the block says that set digital pin. Now we have added the LED onto the digital pin number 13 of Arduino Uno board. Hence we have selected this set digital pin and specified the number, which is particularly 13, and for some time we want the output of LED as high. So here we have two states. As you click on drop down menu, you have two different state. First is high and the another is low. So first we need it as high. Now make it duplicate and just switch over the state, because for some time we want this as low. So first we require it as high to turn on the LED. Digital pin in low state means to turn off the LED. But this is not all. We want this process in some period of time. Means for some time we want the LED into high mode. After some point of time it should turn off for a particular period of time. So it has some delay, or it has to have some kind of time delay in order to see this high and low phenomena. For that, we will use a wait block from control session or category in add here. Now the high process will be stay there for 1 second. Similarly, the low state or the turn off or of LED is for 1 second. So add another wait block of 1 second. So your LED will be on for 1 second and your LED will turn off for another 1 second. So first it will be turned on, and for another next 1 second it will turn off. And this particular two actions will be there on forever. Means there will be on of LED for 1 second, after that off for 1 second, on for 1 second, off for 1 second. So that is nothing but the blinking phenomena. Here the activity 2 is about multiple LEDs connection with Arduino Uno. So open the Blockzie software and first click on to no device selected, because we need to add a microcontroller over here. For that, click on to no device selected and select a microcontroller, which we have used here is Arduino Uno board. So the Arduino Uno board is now connected, and the pins related to Arduino Uno board is here. Now we need to make this coding in upload mode. So to make it in upload mode, switch over this and click here, and your upload mode is there. Now we are going to start step by step coding. For that, first we need event block to start the coding. For event block, we have only one block in upload mode. As you can see here, in upload mode you have this many different blocks to start coding or to do coding with. So first block is when Arduino begin. Now we have four different LEDs, and as we mentioned in our earlier category that your LED is output device. So to mention this, we require this block, which is set pin and mode. So we need to select pin number and we need to set the output mode, but we have four different LEDs, hence we need four different blocks to denominate each of them. So here, as you can see that in upload mode, you can see the text based coding in the right side of the part, or you can say in the stage area. You have here the text based coding. Whatever you are attaching the codes in block code, you have the specific and dedicated text based coding for that particular activity. So here we have connected our four LEDs onto pin number 9, 10, 11 and 12. So quickly change the pin number from 9 to 12. All in output mode. To make it more bit easier, add comment blocks and write comment as LED 1, LED 2, LED 3, we have given the name of LEDs. So these are 4 LEDs. Now we have differentiated all the LEDs and its mode. Now it's time for us to do the coding for switching on and switching off of LED. So here in this coding we are going to do the coding for different kinds of pattern generation, means using different blocks and using different time of delay and using different on and off mode of different LEDs. We are going to make some patterns. So to add that patterns we require this block says set digital pin and output mode. So what should be the output mode for what particular of time to generate a specific pattern. So here we have 4 different LEDs. So first add 4 blocks. Now we have 4 different blocks and each and every pattern we are going to generate using these blocks should be there forever. So for that we are using the forever block from control category. And after generating one pattern we need to display or we need to maintain it for some time. So we are using the wait block, which is time delay. Now this 9, 10, 11 and 12, select different pins and we will start now generating pattern. So in the first particular point of time or in the first part we want all the LEDs in high mode. So in the first for 0.5 second or in the very first half second your all the 4 LEDs will be in high mode. So for that we have used this as set digital pin 9, 10, 11 and 12 as high mode. After that we need to change it a bit and we will make it duplicate and add here. So after that we want only one LED as high and all the other as low. So first in high, all the other in low. So that will be one pattern, that first your LED on pin number 9 will be on and after that it will be off. Make it duplicate again and add one repeat block here. Sorry, wait block here. Now the third block of our pattern is this, that the pin number 10 now should be as high and all the other as low. So turning 9, 11 and 12 low, only 10 high. Now 9 low, 10 low, only 11 as high, all the other low. Similarly, now it's time for digital pin number 12 or the last LED number 4 in high state, all the other in low state. So make it low, 9, 10 and 11 in low, all the other low, only 12 in high. Here only 11 high, here only 10 high. So first we have made LED 1 on, all the other off. For another 5 second, second LED on, all the other off. For another half second, third LED on, all the other off. And the another pattern is in for next half second, only the last LED on, all the other off. Now we are going to make two LEDs on same time. So we will make the LED number 10 and LED number 11 high, all the other low. So means all the two 12 and 9 low. The next pattern which we are going to generate is the first and the last in high, and both of in between in low. The next is pattern, and that pattern is first and third in high, both of them low. We need another blocks hands. I'm going to just duplicate it. And the next pattern is second and fourth in high, sorry, second and fourth in high, these are in low. Pin number 9 and pin number 12 in low. So we have made the second LED and the fourth LED in high mode. Now it's time for first and the last. So we have made the second and fourth in high. So we have made the connections and we have given the codes of high and low. Now in the last part we need to add blocks of low for same time off. So in the last part, add all the blocks or give all the LEDs in low state, hence for the last 5 seconds all the LEDs will be turned off. So this is the code block to generate a pattern using 4 different LEDs. So this is the block code in Blockzie to generate patterns in 4 different LEDs. So let us start our push buttons interface with LED and Arduino Uno and Blockzie. So for that, first click on to node device selected and choose Arduino Uno, because we have added the Arduino Uno board, and here the change state is changed from node device to Arduino Uno, and the blocks related to Arduino Uno is now here, as we have added the Arduino Uno board. Now we are going to do the coding in upload mode, hand switch over to upload from real time. Now we have two different devices here. First is our LED, which is output device, and the other one is the push button, which is going to behave as input device. So we need to this kind of blocks to differentiate the different device connected to pin and the state of that particular device. So for that, first we require event block. So first is when Arduino Uno begins. So whenever your Arduino begins, the pin number 2, which is the pin connect onto which we have connected the push button, hence that particular pin is going to be as input pin. And onto pin number 13 we have connected LED, hence the LED is output device, hence the mode as output. So switch over from input to output. Now we are adding the comment to make it more clear. This is push button and this is LED. So the main thing is clear now, that on pin number 2 is push button and that is input, and on pin number digital pin number 13 we have LED and that is output device. Now what the basic of this push button is, whenever you press the push button, LED onto pin number 13 should be in high state or should turn on, and whenever you are releasing the push button, which is onto pin number 2, the LED onto pin number 13 should be in low state or in off state. So that particular thing is a condition. So whenever your push button is in high state, led in high state. If the push button is not in high state, led similarly should be not in high state. So here is the condition, hence we are using a control block named if else. So this is the if else condition using which we are going to turn on and turn off led using push button. Now this particular if else condition is going to be there on forever, hence we are using another control block named forever, and we are attaching this if else condition under this forever loop. Now the condition here is when push button is high, means the output of push button is equals to 1 or high. For that we are going to use the operator blocks to add condition. So here we are going to use this operator block to add the condition. So place one operator block here, and from pins we have one block which is read digital pin. So we have connected the push button on pin number 2. Hence we first need to read whatever the input is getting from push button. So in order to read that particular thing, we will add the read digital pin 2. Means whatever is going to be on the pin number 2 should have its result. So whenever the digital pin reads itself as high or is equals to 1, then what should happen? So when push button is pressed, pin number 13, which is the led, should turn on. So for that we will use this set pin of led as output as high. So pin number 13 is which is led and in high state. If the push button is not pressed, then what? If the condition of this, that it is reading push button and the output of the input getting from push button is not 1, then what should do? Then it should, the led should turn off, means it should not start. So the pin number 13 again, and but this time the condition is not satisfied, hence led should be in low state or in off state. So whenever push button is pressed, your led will turn on or will be on, and if the push button is released or not pressed, then your led will turn off or in low state. So this is the coding for push button in led with Arduino Uno. To add this 7 segment and Arduino Uno in Blockzie, first open the Blockzie and after that click on no device selected and select the Arduino Uno, because we have microcontroller of Arduino Uno. Hence the state is now changed from no device to Arduino Uno, and the blocks related to Arduino also added to the block programming category. Now we are going to do the coding of this particular in real time, so no need to switch over. So start. Now we are going to start the coding, hence first block is always one event block. Hence we have used here the when space key pressed event block to trigger or to start the coding. Now the 7 segment means it has 7 different segments, and the all the 7 segments are going to be perform some indication application. So here on the 7 segment we are going to have our output, hence all the 7 segments are going to behave as output device. So from pins category of a block programming palette of Arduino, now select one block which is set pin 0 and mode. Now here we require more blocks, or you can say 8 blocks, 7 for 7 different sections and 8 for that dot. So first we have connected the 7 segment with Arduino, and from the circuit section we know that the pin number 2 to pin number 9 are used for 7 segment display. We have used the digital pin number 2 to digital pin number 9. So accordingly change here pin number 2 as output, pin number 3 as output, pin number 4, pin number 5, pin number 6, 7, 8 and 9. All these blocks or all these pins are output pins and change from input to output. Now all the pins which we have connected our Arduino Uno to the 7 segments are now declared that the pin number 2 to pin number 9 are output. But one thing which is left is we need to give them the section name. This is the A, B, all the section which are there on the 7 segment. These are this, and G which is our last, and H. G and H. So these are different section of 7 segment display. Now on 7 segment we want to display digits from 0 to 9. So we are going to add codes which in return will make the 7 segment display as 0 digits, 1 digit, 3 digit or up to 9 digit. So in order to make the coding for this particular digit we require a specific block now. So in order to add that particular differentiation of different digit we require a block, and that block is my block. So go to my block and give your block a name as 0. To define 0 we require some blocks. Again to differentiate 1, digit 1, digit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This denomination is required because in order to see and differentiate different blocks, because here we don't have this kind of blocks to generate that particular digit on screen, hence we are going to add this blocks from my category. So this is the category is helpful in order to make your personalized block similarly which we are doing right now. And 9. So these are the different blocks which we have made. Now we want to display this different digits and this different patterns on 7 segment in loop. At first we want to print 0, after that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and in last 9. So this sequence should be there on display automatically. For that we are using the forever block from control category under this block. So first we have assigned all the denomination to particular pin, and now how it should operate means in high state or in low state. So for that we going to use the forever block, and under this forever block we are going to give it switching condition. So first we need to print 0. So from here use 0 for how many seconds? So for 1 second we want 0. So we are going to require different weight blocks, hence just make it duplicate. After 0, 1. So we are adding 1. After 1 second, 2. 3. 4. 5. 6 for 1 second. Then 7 for 1 second. Then 8 for 1 second. And 9. And that 9 also for 1 second. Hence we need to add one control block after 9, which is for 1 second. Now this is the main coding. Now it's time to see how you are going to print that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to define different digits. So to define 0 first, how we are going to define 0? So which pin should be on and which pin should be off in order to print 0? So for printing the 0 on 7 segment, we require the only one in off state, and that one point or that one segment which is G segment, and G segment is connected onto the pin number 10. So only the pin number 10 in off state, all the other in high state. For that, use this set digital pin block. And so now we are defining. So again, total 8 blocks, 4 and 4. So the only block which is 0 is pin number 8, low, all the other high. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. This is 0. This is how we are going to define 0. For 1, we will just make it duplicate. Now to define 1, we just need 2 segments, which is the segment A and the segment B. Only that 2 particular segment should be on or should be in high state in order to see the 1 on screen. So for 1, the only segment which is A and the segment number B, and the A and my segment number B and C, to display the 1 digit on screen, and that B and the C section is onto pin number 6 and pin number 4. So only the pin number 6 and the pin number 4 are going to be there in high state, and all the other in low state. So the pin number for 2 or digit number 1 is 2 in low, 3 again high, 4 low, 3 and 4 only in high, all the other in low. Now the pin number 9 here is connected to the dot point, and that particular point is going to turn on, hence we are making it high always. Now for 2, to define 2, similarly we are going to make codes duplicate from here, and for 2, to display 2 on screen, the low pins only 2, and that 2 low pins are pin number 4 and pin number 7. All the others as high, only 4 and 7 low. All the other in high state for 2. Now to define 3, and 4, to display the 3 on the digital or on the 7 segment display, we only require to turn off the section F and E, and that particular pins are 9 and 1. So that 2 pins are going to be in the off state, and all the other pins are going to be in high position. So for 3, pin 2 high, 3, 4 high, 5 high, only 6 low, and 7 low. All the other high. To print 4, the only pin which is going to be low is 2, 5 and 6. All the other as high. This is 4. Now let us see for 5 and 6. To print 5 on screen, we need to turn off pin number 3, pin number 6, low, all the other high. 7 high, 4th high, and this is how you can print 5 digit or digit number 5 on 7 segment display. To print 6, the only segment which is going to turn off or which is going to be in low state is the section number B, and that is connected with the pin number 6. So to print the digit 6 onto the 7 segment display, we need to turn off the pin number 3 which is in low state, 2 in high, 4 in high, 5 high, 6 high, 7, 8 and 9 high. The only pin number 3 is in off state. To print 7 on screen, pin number 2 in high, 3, 4 high, 5 low, 6 low, and 8 low. And 8 low. So this is how you can print digit 7, pin number 2, 3, 4 as high and all the other as low. Now for pin 8, or to define the 8, we again require similar blocks. Now 8 is going to be all the section as high to print the digit number 8 on Arduino on the 7 segment display, and turn on the all the pin as high, and you will have digit 8 on screen. And to print 9, the pins which are going to be as low is pin number 6 only. So by turning off the pin number 6, or for few seconds, you will have the 9 digit onto the screen, and this is how you can print from 7 segment display from 0 to 9.